Dear students, in the previous lecture, we have seen the basic concept of a matrix. Now, let us start with this lecture with the types of matrices. So, the various types of matrices are there in our matrices. So, let us see one by one. Number one, row matrix. The name itself, it says, that is, row matrix means that contains only one row, or simply we can say a matrix with only one row. Only one row is called a row matrix. For example, for example, a matrix A is with the elements like 1, 2, 3. Means the matrix A that contains only one row. Only one row. See, this contains a row, but the columns are 3. A row is 1, column 2, and column 3. So for the row matrix, there is no restriction on columns. And second one, column matrix. Column matrix. A matrix with only one column. Only one column. Is only one row. In the column matrix, only one column is called a column matrix. For example, A is equals to, now it is 1, 2, 3. Now this matrix that contains only one column, but there are 3 rows. So the order of this matrix is 3 by 1. There is no restriction on rows for this column matrix. And next thing is square matrix. Square matrix. A matrix in which the number of rows is equals to the number of columns. Here, the number of rows is equals to number of columns is called a square matrix. That is, A is equals to Aij of order m by n. It is a square matrix. Is a square matrix if m is equals to n, obviously. If m is equals to n, then we said the given matrix is a square matrix. For example, A is equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4. And so this is a matrix of order is 2 by 2. There are 2 rows and 2 columns. The number of rows is equals to number of columns. So therefore it is a square matrix of order 2. And one more, here A is equals to only one element. Now, so this is a square matrix of order 1 by 1 that contains only one row and one column. So it is also a square matrix of order 1. Here we need to know one thing in square matrices. For every square matrix, there exists a principal diagonal. Principal diagonal. That means, let us consider a matrix A is equals to Aij of order, here it is m by m or n by n. Simply it is a square matrix. Here the elements Here this matrix that contains m into m means m square elements are there, in which the elements like a11, here the subscripts are like 11 and a22, a33 and so on, amm are said to constitute its a principal diagonal, or simply we say that it is a diagonal for the square matrix. For example, A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So it is a square matrix of order 3, means 3 rows and 3 columns. Now see here the principal diagonal elements. See here, so this is the A11, it is A22 and it is A33. Okay, so therefore A11, A22, A33 that constitute its principal diagonal for the matrix A. And so based on this principal diagonal, so we can define one more term related to the square matrices, that is trace of a matrix. Trace of a matrix. The sum of the elements of the diagonal of a square matrix, that defines the trace of the matrix, which is denoted by TR, or trace of n2. Yeah, that is trace of the matrix A is equals to sum of the diagonal elements. Sum of the diagonal elements of a square matrix A. Now, so let us find the trace of a given matrix. For example, A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Here, so we know the principal diagonal of this matrix, that is the principal diagonal of this matrix is this one. Here the elements are 1, 5 and 9. So the trace of this matrix A is nothing but the sum of the principal diagonal elements. Here the principal diagonal elements are 1 and 5, 9. So the sum of these three elements is equals to 1 plus 5, 6, 6 plus 9. So it is 15. So therefore the trace of this given matrix is 15. So similarly we can find the trace of any square matrix. And the next type, that is the fourth one, diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. If each non-diagonal element of a square matrix is equals to 0, then we say that that matrix is a diagonal matrix. Here the condition is the non-diagonal elements of a square matrix are equals to 0. So let us consider a 2 by 2 matrix. So it A is equals to, now it is a little bit is A11, A12, here A21, A22. Here the non-diagonal elements means here it is A12 and A21. So here A11, A22. If the subscripts are equal, like 1, 1 and 2, 2, 3, 3, so like that they are in the principal diagonal. So other than that, so like A12, A21 are non-diagonal elements for this square matrix. If these two elements are 0, we say that that is a diagonal matrix. Means A11, 0, A0 and A22. Now, see here A11 and A22 are any real numbers. We say that it is a diagonal matrix. Now, so consider, say A is equals to, now it is a 1, 0, 0 and 2 is there. Now, so this is a diagonal matrix. A diagonal matrix. Since the non-diagonal elements are 0. The next type, that is a scalar matrix. Scalar matrix. Here, a diagonal matrix is said to be a scalar matrix if all the diagonal elements are equal. All the diagonal elements are equal. For example, so it is a 2, 0, 0 and 2. Okay, so in the definition, a diagonal matrix is said to be a scalar matrix if all diagonal elements are equal. All diagonal elements are equal. Here in this principal diagonal, the elements are 2 and 2. So therefore it is a scalar matrix. And one more, so it is A is equals to, say let us consider, so it is 3, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 3. Now, so you can observe. So here all the non-diagonal elements are zeros and the diagonal elements are equal to 3. All are same and they are equals to 3. So therefore we say that the matrix A is a scalar matrix. And B is equals to, let it be, it is a -2, 0, 0, -2. It is also a scalar matrix of order 2. Here I have a doubt. If all the diagonal elements are equals to 0, then what happens? Means consider a matrix C which is equals to 0, 0, 0, 0. Then what happens? Here you can observe. So all non-diagonal elements are 0 as well as the diagonal elements are also 0. Then it is said to be. Then it is also a scalar matrix. It is also a scalar matrix. Here, note. So you can observe a statement among between these two statements, definitions. Here it is a scalar matrix and a diagonal matrix. Every scalar matrix is diagonal, but the converse is need not be true. Here, every scalar matrix is diagonal matrix. But the converse need not be true. That means every scalar matrix is diagonal, but the diagonal matrix is may or may not be a scalar matrix. Sixth one, identity matrix. Identity matrix, or it is a unit matrix also. Identity matrix or unit matrix. Here, the definition. A diagonal matrix is said to be identity or unit matrix if each diagonal element is equals to 1 and it is denoted by IN. I stands for identity. Here the N that indicates the order of the matrix, or simply we can write it as N by N also. Okay, so this is an identity matrix of order N. Now for example, here so we can write I1 means it is an identity matrix of order 1, so that contains only one element. And so the identity matrix of order 2 is like this. See, the principal diagonal elements are equals to 1. And I3 means it is a 3 by 3 matrix. So the principal diagonal elements, it is 0, 0, 1. Seventh one, null matrix or zero matrix. If each element of a matrix is 0, then we say that it is a null matrix or zero matrix. So there is no restriction on order. So it may or may not be a square matrix. For example, here it is equals to 0, 0, 0, 0. So it is a null matrix of order 2. And let us consider one more null matrix of order 1 by 2, means that contains one row and two columns. It is also a null matrix. The next, triangular matrices. Triangular matrices. So consider a matrix A is equals to Aij of order n by n, means it is a square matrix. So there are two types of triangular matrices. Number one, upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix. Means here A is a matrix of order n by n. Here in this each element, like if Aij is equals to 0 for all I is greater than j, and so it may be lower triangular matrix if all the elements Aij are zeros for all I is less than j. Okay, if Aij is equals to 0 for all I is greater than j, we say that it is upper triangular matrix. If Aij is equals to 0 for all I is less than j, we say that it is a lower triangular matrix. For example, 1, 2, 3, 0, 4, 5, 0, 0, 6. Here, so you can observe. Here, so you know the notations are the locations of all these elements. So it is A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, and so on A31, A32, A33. Here, Aij value is 0. Aij is 0 for all I greater than j. Means A21, A31, A32. The remaining elements. There is no restriction on these three elements. But so these three elements should be 0. Aij is 0 for all I is greater than 0. We say that it is an upper triangular matrix. So it is upper triangular matrix. And so consider a 2 by 2 matrix. Now it is 1, 2, 0 and 3. Now, so the upper triangular is non-zero elements. See, the lower values will be 0. So it is A 2 1 value 0. Therefore it is also an upper triangular matrix. Consider one more example regarding the lower triangular matrix. It is a 1 0 0 2 3 0 and 4 5 6. Yeah, so you can observe. So these values are may or may not be 0, but so these aij values are 0 since I is less than j here. I is lower triangular matrix. That means I is less than j. Means it is a12, a13, a. So it is 2 3. Means 2 is 1 is less than 2 and 1 is less than 3. Here it is 2 is less than 3. Therefore it is a lower triangular matrix. Here you have a doubt on identity matrix and zero matrix. Since identity matrix, so which is equals to the elements are like it is a 1 0 0 1, and the matrix zero matrix is equals to like it is a 0 0 0 0. Now so you have a doubt whether the identity matrix and the zero matrix are upper triangular matrix or lower triangular matrix. Here see here so we can say that these two matrices are both upper and lower triangular matrices. So you can observe one point, that is the identity matrix and zero matrix. Identity matrix of order anything and zero matrix are both upper and lower triangular matrices. Okay, so both the matrices. So I is obviously an square matrix, and so here zero matrix also a matrix of order n by n. So these are the 8 types of matrices. We will see some more matrices in higher classes. Some more types in higher classes. Now, so we will see equality of matrices. Equality of matrices. So consider two matrices A and B. A and B, two matrices, are said to be equal matrices. Equal matrices if A and B are of the same size or order, and the corresponding elements of A and B are equal or same. Means both the matrices A and B are as it is. For example, A is a matrix 1, 2, 3 and 4, and consider another matrix B is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here you can observe the matrix A, only the naming conventions are different. See, A is a matrix of order 2 and B is also a matrix of order 2. So here the order is same, and so observe the corresponding elements. So the corresponding elements of A and B are same. Here 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4, 4. Therefore we say that so these two matrices are equal. Here A is equals to B. And consider one more example. Here A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and B is equals to 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the order of these two matrices are same. A is a matrix of order 2 and B is also a matrix of order 2. Now, so let us check the corresponding elements. So the corresponding elements of A and B both are different. Both are different. So here A is not equals to B. Here in this case, so we say that these two matrices are equivalent matrices, but not equal. Equivalent means only the sizes should be equal. Okay, consider one more example. Here A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and it is 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, are these two matrices are equal or not? Observe the matrices. Here, so A is a matrix of order 2 and B is also a matrix of order 2. Okay, now so you can observe the elements. So the elements of A and B are same. The elements of A and B are same, but the corresponding elements of A and B are not same. Therefore, we cannot say these two matrices are equal. These two matrices are not equal, but they are equivalent matrices. Okay, here so when we need to say two matrices are equal if and only if the size or order of the matrices will be same and the corresponding elements of both the matrices are same. Next, addition of matrices. We know how to add the numbers in the number system. Now we need to apply the same operation, addition, for matrices. So let us consider A and B be two matrices of the same order. And so here the sum of two matrices is possible when their order is same. And the sum of these two matrices is denoted by A plus B, and it is defined, or the resultant matrix A plus B is obtained by adding together the corresponding elements of both A and B. Here the matrix will be the same size as A and B, means the size of the matrix A plus B is same as A and B. If A and B are not of the same size, no, so we cannot add those two matrices. In this case, we say that the sum is does not exist. Does not exist. The sum of two matrices is does not exist when the size of A is not equals to size of B. That is, if A is a matrix of order m by n and B is a matrix of order m by n. Now, so you can observe A is a matrix. The elements are different, but the sizes are same. So then, so the matrix addition is possible. Then, so this is equals to some Cij. So the resultant matrix of order same as A and B, where the elements Cij is equals to Aij plus Bij. Since here the Cij, so the sum of the corresponding elements of A and B. Consider one example. If A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and B is equals to 1, minus 2, 3, minus 4, 5 and minus 6. Then a plus b is equals to what? Now solution. No. Here A is the given matrix. A is a matrix of order 2 by 3 and B is also a matrix of order 2 by 3. Therefore, the matrix addition A plus B is possible. A plus B is possible since the order of A and B both are same. Therefore, A plus B is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, minus 2, 3, minus 4, 5 and minus 6. Here the resultant is equals to, so by adding the corresponding elements of both A and B, here 1 plus 1 is 2, here 2 minus 2, 0, 3 plus 3, 6, 4 minus 4, 0, 5 plus 5, 10, 6 minus 6. So this is 0. Properties. So with respect to addition, the matrices that satisfies some properties as number 1, commutative property. And second one, associative property. And the third one, additive identity. And additive inverse. So with respect to addition, the matrices that satisfies these 4 properties. As you know, these properties is properties in number system. In the same way, you can apply for the matrices. The last one, the scalar multiple of a matrix. Scalar multiple of a matrix. So let us consider a matrix of order m by n. Consider a matrix of order m by n, and k is any real number or complex number. So let it be this a scalar. K is a scalar of a real or complex number. Real or it is complex. Then the m by n matrix, which is obtained by multiplying each and every element of A by k, is known as scalar multiple of a matrix. Every element of A is multiplied by the number k, is called a scalar multiple of a matrix. That is denoted by k into A. Hence you need to multiply each and every element of this matrix with k. For example, k is some number 2, and let us consider a matrix A is equals to 1, 2, 3 and 4. So scalar multiple of A with 2 is denoted by 2 into A, means 2 times of 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So you need to multiply each and every element of this matrix with 2. That is 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3, 2 into 4. That is 2, 4 and 2 3 is 6, 2 fours 8. Problem. If A equals to -1, 3, 4, 2 and matrix B is equals to 2, 1, 3, -5, then find A plus 2B. Now, so the problem that contains scalar multiplication and addition of two matrices. See the solution here. So first find out the scalar multiplication for the matrix B with 2, that is 2 times of, so it is 2, 1, 3, -5, which is equals to 2 2s 4, 2, 1, 2 into 1, that is 2, and 2 into 3 6, 2 into -5, that is 10. So now we have a matrix 2B, that is 4, 2, 6, -10. Now evaluate A plus 2B, which is the matrix A is -1, 3, 4, 2 plus the matrix 2B, that is 4, 2, 6, -10. So the sum of these two matrices is again a matrix by adding the corresponding elements of both. So it is a -1 plus 4, 3 plus 2, 4 plus 6, 2 minus 10. Then so which is equals to -1 plus 4 is 3, 3 plus 2 5, 4 plus 6 10. Now 2 minus 10, that is -8. One more problem. If the matrix that contains the elements like x minus 3, 0, 2, here it is 2y minus 4 equals to 4, 0, z 8, then find x comma y comma z, x comma y comma z. Now here so you can observe, so the given two matrices are equal. You know the definition of equality of matrices. We say that two matrices are equal if and only if their orders are same and the corresponding elements are same. Here so the given matrices are equal matrices already given, they are equal, so just you need to equate the corresponding elements of both. So the corresponding elements of x minus 3, here it is 4, here 0 is 0, 2 is z, 2y minus 4 is 8. So equate the corresponding elements of both the matrix. X minus 3 is 4, now 0 is a constant, and next 2 is equals to z, and 2y minus 4 is equals to 8. Now x minus 3 is 4, therefore x equals to 4 plus 3, and it is z is 2, here it is 2y which is equals to 8 plus 4, here x equals to 7, and z equals to 2, here 2y is equals to 12, means y equals to 6. So therefore the values of x, y, z are x equal to 7, y equals to 6, and z equals to 2. dear students, I hope you understand the concepts what were discussed in this lecture. So, do all the problems are related to these concepts given there in exercise 3a. Thank you.